Alright, everybody, apologize for the delay, but welcome to the Inspire Cup Series. Live from Las Vegas, Garrett Jings up here in the booth bringing you the action for tonight. Right now, 37 drivers on deck to take the green flag. And what is going to be a wild race, to say the least. And it is Las Vegas. Right now, Cade Cannon top of the board, Colt Ward, Ty Mosley, Hayden Willis, Aaron Stanton, so make it 36 because Aaron Stanton race control for tonight. But right now he is in the top 5. Peyton Boyle, Travis Farmer, Jackson Hadaway, Justin Maddox, Clayton Davis, your top 10. Well, we come to you tonight, the weather for tonight. Right now, 89 degrees. Outside track temp, a hot 105. Wind, 2-mile-an-hour wind speed, constantly changing out of the southeast. And of course, it is a dry surface tonight. Right now, temperature for tonight, or where we're at, Las Vegas Motor Speedway from Las Vegas, Nevada. Is a 1.52 mile racetrack. Pit road speed limit for tonight will be 50 mile an hour. We will reiterate this stuff as we go on. And then, of course, for tonight, drivers get 5 additional sets of tires, 1 green, white, checkered. Absolutely no fast repairs, and of course, the fuel limit set to 100. And we'll shoot while we at it. Garrett Jings up here in the booth tonight, bringing the action. As right now, minute 50 remaining on what should be a very entertaining race, to say the least. I ain't never seen as many cars for an oval in my life of this magnitude. And you notice, of course, a lot of heavy hitters, and we say heavy hitters, top 5 right now as they're ranked. This is the championship top 5 coming into tonight. Right now for practice, they are ranked 7th, 25th, 28th, 16th, and 3rd. Ty Mosley right now, the biggest one, the fastest of the top 5 in the championship. Well, we're going to re-enter. We're going to keep that up to date as we keep going on in the booth. Well, 22 seconds remaining. Cade Cannon, new paint for Cannon tonight. Colt Ward is in the field making his first cup start of the season. This will be a race where you're just going to see a lot of heavy hitters, a lot of new faces in the field. Some been here from the get-go, others, others just making their start tonight. So, it's going to be interesting, going to be fun to see, fun to watch as practice concludes. And qualifying up next. Long list of qualifiers for tonight as well. Long list. Alright, sorry about that. Well, let's get it on for tonight. Colt Ward already rolled out onto the racetrack. Question is, does Ward get a black flag to start with? Or never mind, I was wrong. Cade Cannon on the track. Cannon across the line. His lap starts now. Kane Cannon's first lap, survey says 31.080 for Kane Cannon. Ty Mosley. Right now, top of the board. So you can't figure out the technical issues here. Well, if anything, what we can do. Okay, there we go. Seems to sort itself out now. Matt Siders brings it to a stop. Everybody else, Bobby Holloman on the track. Peyton Boyle moves up to second with a 31.056. Jackson Hadaway, the first driver to break into the 30 bracket. 30.981 right now, the fastest lap. Bobby Holloman's first lap. This might be the first lap. No, it is second lap, and it's 23rd quickest. We're going to see, is this an improvement on the second lap? It's got to get anywhere from a 3.71. Oh, big time loose, hard into the wall. Well, we got a moment in the action tonight. For right now, for the weather gets to be big. The field gets to be big. Talk to last week's winner. Mike Hauser, Garrett Jings up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir. What's going on, Garrett?
Oh, not a whole lot. Massive field tonight. Right now, the way it's tracking, about 37 drivers. Is tonight more survival, or is tonight more going to be basically, are you worried about points at this point?
I think survival will be a big priority tonight, but obviously, too, I want to try to maximize points while I can. We have a pretty slick track out there tonight. Looks like tires are going to wear it pretty quickly, so hopefully that plays into my wheelhouse. I love long runs. I love saving tires, so that will kind of clash with this package a little bit, so I'm curious to see how this race will unfold. Hoping we can keep the 43 car up front tonight, maximize points, just, have a solid day. And yeah, so hopefully we'll have a car at the end of it too.
Well, buddy, best of luck. I will give you a little bit of insight right now. Out of the top 5, well, I meant to do that on the other screen, but I'll try this one more time. Out of the top 5 in the points, you're the second highest. Next, Ty Mosley, you, Elijah Fisher, 10th, Farmer, and Henderson, 15th and 17th. With that being said, best of luck tonight, buddy, and hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this thing.
Me too. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Well, folks, we're going to roll for the starting lineup for tonight's 115 lap event. As I can find it. With Jackson Hadaway on pole for tonight, Peyton Boyle to his outside. Run number 2, Levi Ramsey and Ty Mosley. Kay Cannon, Mike Hauser rolls off from row number 3. How about row 4, Ben Knert, Matt Siders. Round out the top 10 for tonight. Justin Greenlee, Elijah Fisher in the Fast No Ford Mustang. Rounding out the Fast 12, Daniel Lehman, Thomas Hernandez. On back to the field. Miguel Carrera And Louis Descartes. Travis Farmer, Hayden Williams rolls off for row 8. How about row 9? Hot shot. Josh Henderson rolls off middle of the pack next to Tyler Stone. Top 20 concludes Stephen Henning Jr. First time Henning has qualified outside the top 3. Jason Williams to his outside. Justin Maddox, Clayton Davis from row 11. Row 12, Sean Hamilton, Ben Milton. Bobby Holloman, Trent Green from row 13. Row 14, Bobby Hadaway, Joe C. White. Top 30 concludes Chris Lauder, Robert Wilhoit. Row 16, Chase Glover and Sean Corbett. Apostle Chavez and Colt Ward, the winner of the 400-mile race last Saturday night, rolls off deep in the field. Randy Wright rolls off for row 18. Ryan Hindy leader, Carter Schwab. Rounds out the 19-car field for tonight. Aaron Stanton is race control. I have all lighties for tonight. I'm assuming anyway, but just to be sure. Yeah, he's race control. All right. Get Jackson Hadaway. If I can find Jackson Hadaway. Jackson Hadaway, Gary Jings up here in broadcast booth. Buddy, where'd that lap come from?
I don't know.
Well, I'm going to ask you, with tonight, right now, as we get ready to go. I say we get ready to go. Right now, as it stands, track temp 144 degrees. How do you predict tonight going as far as how the car is going to handle?
It's going to be mostly depending on dirty air. Practice, if you were literally right behind somebody, you were shooting up the track. So, yeah, I think that's going to be the main problem tonight is the dirty air and people having to manage it. So, yeah, hopefully we don't wreck a lot.
Well, buddy, best of luck tonight. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you in this thing.
All right, thank you, Cupcake.
Yes, sir. Hey. Still going to go around one more time. Well, it's hot. It's slick. And this will be a race of survival. Do not be surprised if we see a few cautions here and there. For some drivers, they have a lot of ground to make up. Hot Shot Harrison, 18th. Stephen Henning Jr. deep in the field. Lyota even deeper. Colton Ward. We get set for 115 laps. Right now, if I'm them drivers and I'm deep in the field, I'm maybe a little bit nervous. I'm definitely going to be taking it easy. Try to pick drivers off one at a time. All right, this is it. Jackson Hadaway brings us down to the restart zone. We're rolling in Texas. Jackson Hadaway across the line. He'll lead lap 1. Forward Jackson down the back straightaway. Elijah Fish has already lost 11 spots on the initial start. He's way up the racetrack. Well, settles back into 13th, or not 13th, but 24th. Action at the front continues. Throw this again. That's it. Alright, give me 1 second here. Well, yeah, I apologize. Technical issues. Been battling them all night. Alright. Jesus Christ. It's gonna be one of the nights I have all ice. Call caution is out as, again, apologize, still fighting technical issues at the moment. Jesse Glover has gone around. Fight to try to resolve. Whatever is going on with the overlays at the moment. Well, Jesus Christ. Alright, first off, as we try to get Jackson Hadaway's car off the screen, see what happened to Jesse Glover. Everything's messing up, I reckon. Well, hard into the wall. God, Jesus. We're back at it one more time. And all these cars, it might be a little difficult to really see it. As under caution, of course, for the first time tonight. Went longer than I thought we would, to be honest with you. Alright, let's see. Well, I got Jackson out of this car. Alright, apologize about the technical glitch. It's been one of them days. Well. Don't believe anybody's came in this time for fuel. Well, World Championship 5 ranked right now. You can see it at the side of the screen as Peyton Boyle, Levi Ramsey gets ready to bring us down for the start. We're rolling again. Well, down back straightaway, Peyton Boyle continues to lead. Ramsey's going to dive to the bottom. Jack Sadaway trying to make up time. Well, right now, Peyton Boyle, I believe this is the most laps he's led since the season started. Now, biggest movers up so far, Colton Ward. Ward up 14, Ryan Henry up 13, Laota, Clayton Davis, Sean Hamilton. So far are your biggest movers. Fastest lap, ironically, does belong to Peyton Boyle with a 31.07. Fastest 5 for 5. Well, actually, we'll give that information time to update as right now Jackson Hadaway goes to the top spot. Well, further back in the field, take a look. Stephen Henning Jr. has worked himself up 7 spots where he started tonight. Even further back again, just talked about him, Colton Ward. Up 20 spots where he's coming. For where he started deep in the field tonight, up 13. And Ward about to break inside the top 20. Right now, of course, big field tonight, so Ticker might struggle keeping up here. As right now, further back, just inside the top 10, Mike Hauser. 3. Oh! Jackson Hadaway in the wall. Descartes in the wall. Keep it straight. I question the damage, however, to that 19 machine. I question it to the 7 as well. Big time contact. But keep it straight for now as Peyton Boyle goes to the top side and Levi Ramsey looks to the bottom. You've seen just how hard these drivers are pushing. Caution. Colton Ward. Just when you were talking good about him. Massive damage to Ward. He already took it back to the pit. Matt Siders involved in this one. Alright, let's see what happens. Ain't really all that sure. Oh! Jesus! Jackson had away a piece of this. What in the world? Okay, Ashley, this is going to start. It's all going to start up here with Jackson. Go to the far chase cam. He's on the apron. Comes up in front of 19. Gets the wall there. Everybody's trying to get out of the way. Jason Williams hard into Colton Ward. Talk about a vicious hit. Colton Ward took a nasty one. Jesus. Well, second caution of the night for Colton Ward. His night is done. Well, so our drivers in the pits right now. Will Hoyt down and away on the majority of the field. Question of damage on Jackson Hadaway's machine. Well, field getting ready for the restart here. Peyton Boyle, Ty Mosley, Kate Cannon, Daniel Lehman, Mike Hauser, top 5, Hayden Williams, Elijah Fisher, Levi Ramsey, Ben Knert, Clayton Davis, your top 10. Bat rolling. Three wide, further back. Driver scattering again. Hayden Williams from the top floor to the basement. The whatnot machine. Holy cow. Liner Fisher's worked up inside the third spot. Or my mistake, up inside the sixth spot as Boyle brings them down. Three wide for second time. Mosley in the middle. Here comes Cannon. The reigning Cup champion Mike Hauser hanging on the bottom lane. They're right on board with Hauser. Caution out again. Stephen Henning Jr. Well, we thought it was Stephen. It very well still could be. Let's go back and look at it. The only one I'm seeing. Oh. A bit of contact. Stephen through the grass. That's the only thing I'm seeing to put us under caution. Third caution of the night, Levi Ramsey leads. Well, Stephen Henning Jr., you see a couple drivers in the pits. Scott Corbett, Apostle Chavez, Trenton Green, Jackson Hadaway. Well, it was a promising night. Will come undone for Jackson right now. The top five in the points as they run. Well, some of them, actually, Mosley and them's coming in. We're actually going to hide this graphic for a moment. We're going to see who wins the race off of pit road. Gay Cannon. With ease, actually. Top 20 stay out. Under this caution, this Kay Cannon wins the race off the pit road. Levi Ramsey has been I really would not say a breakout year, but buddy, it has been a year where that sixth car has got some speed under it, and honestly, I believe it could be a championship contender. Well, championship contender. I believe it could be not a championship. I'm sure it can make the playoffs is what I'm trying to get at. bracket. Levi Ramsey, Clayton Davis, Thomas Hernandez, Ben Kennert, Hayden Williams. The top 5. Josh Anderson, Justin Greenlee, Chris Lotus, Stephen Henning Jr. Sean Hamilton will be your top 10 as we get set to go back racing. Alright, try this again. We're rolling. Ramsey with a great jump, about the best one you could ask for. We'll lead him down the back straight away. Fanning out 3 wide again. Ramsey, Davis, Hernandez. Here comes Clayton Davis to the bottom. Up 21 spots for Clayton Davis. Looking to keep it that way. Looking to make it 22 as he tries to get around Levi Ramsey. Now there you see the field scattering again further back. Joseph Maddox right now, 15th. See the Hornets nest back here surrounding Mike Hauser up to 21st. One of them that did pit under this last caution. Right now, 28 cars still in it. Right now, Levi Ramsey leads them. Well, there you see top 5 breakaway. Josh Anderson ain't talking a lot about hot shot all night tonight. Right on board with him. Josh, one of them. Started mid-pack. Started 17th up to 5th. Going for a bat. Let's do an update with Travis Farmer back here. So Travis Farmer, evidently he is disconnected. But right now, they're all chasing Levi Ramsey. It really started Thursday. You knew he had speed right from the get-go. Still a long way to go. 33 this time. 32 laps are in the books. Well, tell you another one of them. I know we keep going back to him, but having a decent climb up after the last 3 weeks. Starts on no worse than second. You're right on board with Stephen Henning Jr. Well, there you see it. Started tonight 19th, slowly making a climb, trying to get around the 20 of Carrera. Well, after the season last year that Steven had to go through winless last season, made it in off points alone in the playoffs, but unfortunately did not last long. Had to settle for a 10th place point finish. Right now, if you're Stephen Henning Jr., you're just looking to regroup and rebound. Well, you're all going to have seasons like that. It's a big-time lift. Well, you heard Jackson Attaway talk about it earlier, like when you're behind somebody, car just wants to shoot up the racetrack as Chris Lauda making a move. Lane Davis right now just trying to run in Levi's tire tracks at the moment. Well, right now, Hotshot Henderson up to second. Was there any surprise? Oh, one car spinning to the inside. Caution is out. Trying to figure out who it was. Ah, Ty Mosley. That Siders as well. Meatball flag to Siders. See what happened to Ty Mosley to put us under the fourth caution of the night. That's going to take a lot to fix. Saw one car. Oh, this is going to be a wicked shot. Tries to come up. 15 of Robert Wilhoit does not lift, and bam. Hard into the wall. Send to Robert the repair bill for that one. I mean, that's just a run. They get off centered and around they go, and bam. Strong impact. Well, regardless of the fact, Ty Mosley's night is done. It'll be the first DNF of the season for Mosley. Mosley entered tonight. Fifth in the points, actually tied for fifth in the points. 17 to the cut line. That will definitely change after tonight. Jackson Hadaway was +4 entering tonight after gaining 11 spots in the points. last week in Myrtle Beach. He is back out onto the racetrack. However, he is numerous laps down. Matt Sider's done for the night. Jackson Highway 12 down. Farmer 13 down. Chavez, Ward. The biggest mover last week was Stephen Henning in the points, up 14 spots, still out by 26 to the cut line. As we get set to go back, Peyton Boyle, Miguel Carrera, Jason Williams, Kate Kenny, Daniel Lehman, Ben Milton, your top 6. Elijah Fisher, Tyler Stone, Bobby Hadaway, Hotshot Josh Henderson, the top 10. As we get set to go back racing yet again. Alright, let's try this again. Peyton Boyle brings us down to the restart zone, rolling again. Stack up on the restart. Caution, they're raking big in the back. Stephen Henning Jr., maybe he got a piece of this. Travis Farmer. Big damage to the, well, I wouldn't say necessarily big damage to the points leader. See what happened. Well, Farmer was already multiple laps down. Oh, something does happen. Maybe with Stephen Henning Jr. So you can't get the far chase cam on it. That was Justin Greenlee. And, oh! Stephen Henning Jr. Meatball damage. The night is done. Well, the night will be done for Stephen Henning Jr. Man. Cat almighty. Travis Farmer back in the pits. Well, so if you're Paul Menard, this is this is not what you want to see. 3 of your cars, 2 of them went out earlier. Chase Glover was the cause of the first caution tonight. Stephen Henning Jr. We'll bring it down to the pits. Jeffrey Pepper's not here tonight. So right now, the way it looks, Chris Lauda, sole survivor. Right now for Menard Racing. Now as we get set to go back to it, here in a few short minutes, we're going to take one quick step away from the mic to bring it a restart. Be right back here. to re-rack it as we get set to put the 5th caution behind us. Paint and Boyle, Miguel Guerrero, Jason Williams, King Cannon, Daniel Lehman, Ben Milner still the top 6. Tylerson, Elijah Fisher, Hernandez, and Josh Henderson. Ready to try this again. We're rolling. Three wide. Jason Williams stuck in the middle. Elijah Fisher 4 wide. Still 4 wide. 5 wide. Even what in the world? They ain't gonna make it off of 4. If they do, they might not make it off of 1. Holy crap! Look at the hornet's nest. Oh, Williams into the wall. They'll drag it on with him. There they go. Oh, Bobby Hadaway. This the big one. Caution is out. Chris Leona involved. Clayton Davis, Robert Wilhoit, Ryan Hendon leader. Hendon leader's down there in the smoke. Bobby Hadaway. What a hit. That was a vicious hit from Bobby Hadaway. 5 wide. He turned 3. I didn't think they'd make it all the way back around. Replay coming up. Good God almighty. Alright, take us from the blimp cam. Before we go for a chase cam, let's go from the blimp cam. Look at this. Four wide there. Mike Hauser comes up in front of his teammate Henderson. 4 wide again. Hernandez on the bottom. They just finally all ran out of room. Clayton Davis and Jason Williams make the initial contact. From there, Will Hoyt involved in this. I ain't never seen anything like it in my life. In all my time as a broadcaster, I ain't never seen 5 wide at Las Vegas. Let's run on board with a couple drivers. Robert Wilhoit. You hear the motor expire. Night done for him, and I have all eyes. That other motor we heard expire. Travis Farmer barely sneaking it through. Bobby Hadaway's on board. This is going to be a vicious shot. Bam! Yeah, there went Bobby's. Ugh. Good God almighty. Chris Loud is on board up next. The big one. That's all I can say. Man. Well, to answer the comment, I don't see Jeffrey Peppers in the field tonight. So the way it looks, Chris Lyotta in the pits. Stephen Henning Jr. has called it a night. Lyotta in the pits. Jesse Glover or Chase Glover has called it a night. So well, here any one of them drivers have been involved in a caution tonight, I would not. I think I'd take my chips and go home. We're rolling again. 50 laps down. Cade Cannon to the top spot. Well, we knew it, coming in, I think. Unless these guys run the NISs, I really do not think a lot of these guys have raced in a 38, 36 car field. And, of course, I could very well attribute to some of what we're seeing. Growing pains, that's all it is. And right now, how about Levi Ramsey back in the top 3? Hold up there, Levi. Oh, Cannon big time loose. 4 wide. There, Canard, there to go. Ramsey involved. Canard hard against the wall. What memo have we missed tonight? Joe White. I had to look back at it. It may have been Hernandez. I ain't too sure. It was one. It was a blue car. Unfortunately, just about every car in there was a blue car. What? I mean, man. Las Vegas being a wild card tonight. Look at it. This is awesome. Canert comes down on Hernandez. And they all just run together, and Cade Cannon rides off into the sunset. 20 involved in this. You saw that right front give. This is definitely anybody in that top 5 in the points will be affected after this. They go 4 wide and they just run out of room. I thought Mike Hauser had gotten in it, but there goes Hauser sneaking through in the bottom. Good grief. Right on board with Levi Ramsey through this. Really, he's going to have a great shot because, honestly, he's going to go up. He's going to go up because all he sees is Cade Cannon about to wreck. Right there, that little bit of a bobble. That's just all they wrote. Man. Levi down and away. Sean Hamilton stays out. Under this caution. Looks like he can't get a word with a couple of drivers. Ben Kennard, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yep, I do.
Well, unfortunately, not how we wanted to go gambling tonight in Vegas. Walk us through what you feel like happened. Did it catch you by surprise that you got 4 wide?
I mean, yeah, obviously. From my perspective, I didn't know what was going on the bottom of the track. I knew we were 3 wide at one point. And then the 77 just sticks his nose in and wrecks us all. So, yeah, I don't know.
Well, is there any chance that the car can get back out there and try to turn a few laps, salvage the points you entered tonight
No,
above
we're
the cut
completely
line?
out. Yeah, we're done.
Appreciate your time tonight, buddy. A hell of a job. We'll see you next week in Fontana.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, for Ben Knert, night done. That's hard to believe. All the drivers that's already out. Now, I believe we're barely past halfway. Well, Terry Rackett, Sean Hamilton, Hayden Williams. First, second, Joseph Maddox, Peyton Boyle, Daniel Lehman, your top 5. Ben Milton, Bobby Holloman, Ryan Hendon, leader, Elijah Fisher, Mike Hauser, the top 10. Aaron Stanton, race control for tonight. See, can get a quick word with him. Aaron Stanton, what do you make of tonight for race control so far?
Do you want to hear my actual words, or do I have to keep it easy there?
I would prefer you not get me retro banned on YouTube.
It's a crap show. I don't know.
Well, buddy, 55 laps in, now working 56. Right now, 17 drivers still in contention on the lead lap. Everybody else is either multiple laps down or in the pits or out of the race. At this point, do you feel like...
I mean, realistically, Garrett, it's like 10 that don't have damage.
Well, yes. But right now, honestly, going forward, do you feel like this is kind of the chance where it'll settle on down as Joseph or Hayden Williams big time loose off of 4, and really, with the ones that are left, who is your favorite to win so far?
Probably either Hayden or my brother. Those are probably the 2 that we're gonna have to look for. Kate is still out there too, so those 3.
Well, buddy, appreciate your work. Appreciate your kind words tonight, and look forward to seeing you. Look forward to seeing you actually Saturday to try to keep the points lead.
Yeah, thank you, Garrett.
Yep. I remember my days of race control. All right. Joseph Maddox, for the first time all season, leads at Las Vegas. Peyton Boyle immediately going to try to run him down. Elijah Fisher almost 3 wide, almost cut the door shut on him. Rolled out of it, had the awareness to roll out of it, did not want to get pinched. Will suffer the consequences a little bit, as right now Peyton Boyle try to use that high lane, get around Joseph Maddox. Well, Peyton Boyle right back to the top spot. Caution again. Thomas Hernandez, maybe. Oh, no. Ryan Hendon leader. And Colt Ward. Well, see what happened to Ryan Hendon leader. If it goes faster, that'd be nice. All right, let's see here. Oh, Jackson Hadaway and others. I caught a glimpse of Hadaway. All right, see what happens. Everybody checking up and a little bit of net, a lot of net code. And Ben Milton hard into the wall. Lord have mercy. Been a long night in the office. For Jackson Hathaway started on pole. That would be the only highlight of the night. Right here. So when there's contact with Will Hoyt there, then it actually, okay, so there is actual contact. Ben Milton gets a piece of this. Ty Mosley as well. Hard into the wall. Mosley able to save it, of course. If you're Ryan Hendon leader, you're just trying to save it. And bam. 8th caution of the night. Well, it really, if you're somebody like Joe White right now, everybody in the pits in front of you, you can get some spots. Lyotta back out onto a racetrack 9 down. He can get some, probably get some points. The same for Colton Ward. A lot of these guys, they can salvage a decent top 15 points today. If I'm Ty Mosley, I'm getting all them points in front of me. Actually, I'm Ty Mosley's boss, so technically I do want him to get all them bonus points. Ray Rackett, Peyton Boyle, Hot Shot Henderson, Mike Hauser, Daniel Lehman, Cade Kennan, top 5, Tyler Stone, Randy Green, Fisher, and Sean Hamilton will be your top 10 as we get set to go back racing. One second here, folks. All right, field coming back to the restart zone. We're rolling. Well, Peyton Boyle immediately out to the top spot. Here comes Daniel Lehman. You talk about one of the hottest drivers to start 2026 last season in Cade Kennan. He is looking to try to get yet another win for the Loners. Get his first win this season, really. But Hot Shot Henderson already has a win this season, as a matter of fact. Right now, holding on to the 3rd spot. Mike Hauser down the back straightaway. The reigning Cup Series champion. Up to 5th, already has him a win this season. Last week, as a matter of fact, in Myrtle Beach. Henderson up the track. Lehman, gonna be clear. Hell yeah. Heck yeah. About Tyler Stone. Again, you talk about drivers. As a matter of fact, and the biggest gainers of the night so far. Henderson up 14. Stone up 11. Randy Wood in 27th. Bobby Holloman up 15 spots. I mean, for as many comers, there's certainly a lot of goers. Matt Sider's down 27 spots. His night ended early tonight. Justin Greenley up 13. Mosley down 22. Well, right now, 3 wide further back. Fisher still on the hunt here. 3 wide again. Hayden's going to look to make it 4, and he'll roll out of it. Oh, Will Hoyt. No, the 32, not Will Hoyt. 32 of Randy. Man, what a save. Peyton Boyle right now leads. Tell you what, that 3 has been fast since it unloaded at Daytona. And Peyton actually enters tonight. And for Peyton Boyle, talk about needing good runs. 20th in the points, out by 22. By 4 to the lead. Here comes Elijah Fisher to the top spot. Right now, Kate Cannon coming with him. Hit strategy report. Well, there's wide. Fisher on an 8-lap run. So he's got the tire advantage by a considerable margin. Right now, Kate Cannon, this will be 3 wide. Travis Farmer not involved in this race. Not for the lead anyway. Farmer numerous laps down. 16 as a matter of fact, but he's got Hendon leader and Ben building that he can go around. 4 wide again, back to 3. Here comes Hayden Williams on the bottom. 4 wide again, back to 3. Amazing. Oh, Jackson, not Jackson, Hayden Williams. Sideways off of 4. Meanwhile, Mike Hauser, the Cup champion, riding out in the back. Got a lot of lap down guys mixed in. Right now, 14 on the lead lap. Well, we got a moment in the action here. Get a word with Jason Williams, who crashed out earlier on. And Jason Williams just been checked and released from the infield medical center. Jason, you got a copy, buddy?
I got a copy, Garrett.
Well, unfortunately, not tonight. That the driver of the 41, and walk us through your incident earlier on in the race. What did you feel like happened?
And I don't really know. I started, I think, 4th there on the restart, and I was wide open, and there was cars passing me on the inside and outside, and I really don't know what was going on. I don't know if I was that slow or if they was that fast. It's just been real aggressive tonight on restarts. I've been trying to kind of save my stuff because I've had some bad finishes here this year, and here we are again.
Well, buddy, I got to ask, first time that we've seen 36 cars take the green in this league on a mile and a half? Is it just kind of possibly the experience level that some of these drivers have? They're not used to maybe starting these big packs, maybe 25 or so is okay, but you get 36 guys out here. Is this kind of one of the things that's just going to be growing pains, or is this going to, or really, what's your assessment on tonight as far as the aggression's been going here tonight?
Yeah, I know this league has growed a lot, and it's growed real quick, and I'm afraid it's a little bit of a aggression. You just can't win it. I mean, you got a lot of racing to do. You got 115 laps tonight, and you just can't win it on the first 10 or the first 20 or 30 or 50 or even up to lap 70 or whatever. You got to be there at the end, and I don't know. I don't know how this is going to play out this year. It's not looking good for us, that's for sure.
Well, buddy, appreciate your time tonight. Look forward to seeing you next week in Fontana. Matter of fact, look forward to seeing you Friday in Fontana too.
Thank you, Garrett, and I appreciate you giving me time to cool off.
Oh, you good. Have a good one, buddy. We'll see you next week.
You too. See ya.
Yeah, a rough night in the office for a lot of drivers. Stephen Henning Jr. has called it a night as well. And really, we can pump out driver interviews left and right here. I'm sure we've given a lot of them time to cool off. Jackson Hadaway done for the night. Stephen Henning Jr. done for the night. Ben Knert done for the night. Hayden Williams, you want to talk about sole survivors, and he has been on the screen for the last few laps. He is the last of the H&W Motorsports drivers still in the hunt. Hayden looking to end a winless drought in his own right, trying to get around Travis Farmer. Finally going to get to the inside here. Well, Farmer's playing defense. I mean, and honestly, it's a strategy game. It's a strategy call. Play defense. Try to keep your teammate behind. Try to keep your teammate ahead of them as one driver coming to the pits. Hernandez. Right now, for Hayden Williams, he is surrounded all by Mad Falcon Racing. They have actually checked out on the field. All right, Hayden not quite able to get around him yet. Well, the battle intensifies here on further back. Hot shot Henderson up to ninth. Been an up and down night for Henderson. So is Mike Hauser, so is Kate Cannon. Daniel Lehman. Shot Harrison hard into the wall. Him and hard to say who is that. Tyler Stone. Hard to see who it was, but Josh Henderson. Meatball flag, and with that, the night is done for Josh Henderson. Sean Hamilton, the other car involved. He's gonna be pissed. He's gonna be mad. Look back at it, see what happened. Oh, well, there's an issue there. Travis Farmer, Hayden Williams. And then there, big slap for Josh Henderson. Oh, too fast. Well, a little bit of contact between the 17 and the 61. All she wrote, big time impact. And for Josh Henderson, the night is done. Bobby Holloman stays out under this caution. Elijah Fisher wins the race off the pit road. Well, just in case we need it. Wrong one. Just in case we need it. There is one green-white checkered attempt. So, right now again, look at the weather report. I keep hitting that wrong one, I swear. Track temp 143 degrees, and honestly, this is going to shake them up. Everybody in the top 5 in points. Farmer, Mosley, Hotshot Henderson now being night day all wanting to forget. Elijah Fisher, Mike Hauser, 2nd and 3rd in the points entering tonight. Right now they are 7th and 2nd. Alright. We're going to try this one again. Phil brings them back down. Call them a little bit of a blink. We're rolling. Well, Holloman going to try to hold Fisher at bay. Not quite going to be able to do it. Fisher back up to the top spot. Yeah, 3 wide. You see the tire disadvantage. Daniel Lehman trying to make something happen. Maddox hanging on to the 3rd spot. Peyton Boyle 4th. Jason Williams back out onto the racetrack. 34 laps down. Matt Siders 47. All them drivers going to try to salvage some points. But that number 3 machine of Peyton Boyle, that is a fast car, along with Daniel Lehman. Justin Max actually brought him a good hot rod. Mike Hauser, Kate Kennett all in the mix. Got it back straight away. 26 to go next time by. Comes Peyton Boyle for the lead underneath Elijah Fisher. Not quite able to get there yet. Oh, but he still has the bottom lane. Unsure if that's what you want or not. This particular moment, because Fisher able to get that run on the top side. Never mind. Peyton Boyle to the top spot. Fisher battling back at the line. Give it to Peyton. Not by much. Fisher still hanging on. You got Hauser, Cannon, Justin Madison slid back to 6th. 23 to go next time by, and right now 6 drivers have broken away from the rest of the field. So you cannot get away with Hot Shot. But that's not how Hot Shot Josh Harrison wanted tonight to go after what looked like a very fast 17 machine. Josh, walk us through your side of things with the 61.
I saw him peek inside, but I didn't think he was there, and I want to talk to him after the race because I just got to figure out why once we made contact he drove me all the way into the wall. Like, if he would have just got off me, we probably would have been fine. I think I could have saved it or at least backed it into the fence, but not had 8 minutes of damage, so is what it is. We'll thinking I'm probably going to be about 20th place here. I got a minute 50 to go, and just ride around and try to collect as many points as possible.
Well, I got to say, you entered tonight with 31 points to the good, a soft cushion up until then. How important is it, not just for you, but other guys who came into tonight top 10 in the points, numerous laps down, but how critical is it to try to get as many points as you can, try to salvage what you can?
I mean, it's important, but if you want me to be completely honest, the people out here are going to wreck every single week, so just survive. Our team's been talking about it. Maybe we should just ride around for 100 laps, and then after half the field wrecks, we can pass the last couple. But we'll see. It is what it is, man. Obviously, not in a good mood about it. Yeah, I'm going to go more than 10 down. Dang. Travis is going to catch me. We'll be racing for 21st place, 14 laps down. Should be fun.
All right, buddy. Well, hell of a job tonight up till then. Look forward to seeing you next week in Fontana.
Yeah, should be good. So, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Hot Shot Henderson. Like, I'm sure, several other drivers tonight. Not in the best of moods. 20 to go. What do you have for the 16? Well, you got the Rating Cup champion coming to the bottom. 3 wide for second. So draft dependent. I mean, you can tell Mike gets the run. It stalls out. That's going to be side by side for third. Could really use that pull from Peyton Boyle. All right, now wait to see what happens. Field practically spread out now. This should go green to the end. Let a couple drivers cool down. Talk to a couple more. Stephen Henny Jr., Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, I know we about 100 laps later, so, but well, it looked like a good night going for the 98 was one of the biggest movers since the start. Walk us through your side of things and what happened earlier on in the race.
Um, a lot of aggressiveness early, from what I've seen. That's basically all I see, but
Well, buddy, is it just one of these things where? Is it just one of these things where, you know, big field, 36 cars, and probably not a lot of people are used to it, or really, what do you feel like has been the issues tonight for the cautions, and walk us through it?
I don't know. Just as I said, just aggressiveness. Just a lot of three wides that I don't think needed to be happening so early, and especially up front. But yeah, I don't really. I don't have much to say.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight. Look forward to seeing you next week in Fontana, actually for Friday and next Monday.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Well, Hot Shot Henderson's going to stay out the way. Right now, Fisher's opened up a half-second lead over the Cup Series champion. They're going to put Paul Chavez another lap down. Does Hauser have what it takes to run down Elijah Fisher? My guess, just as fast as that 16 has been, probably not. But we'll see. You know, Hauser might have been saving something for the end. Maybe one way to find out. Well, got 3/10. Joseph Maddox. No, that's Hernandez. Thomas Hernandez not involved in this race neither. 7 laps down. Right now he's trying to stay in front of Justin Greenlee. Well, Hauser has closed the gap. Mike Hauser is coming. Maybe he had been saving this whole time. Hey, found a line, found something. And now Fisher's getting defensive. Hauser's going to be all over him. 2 former drivers who have made the Final Four. One of the only 2 drivers who have made the Final Four every season so far. The Cup champion all over the back bumper of the league owner. You want me 10 to go next time by. Hauser goes wide. He's able to art that corner really good. Able to get the run, but the run just not big enough. He runs a little bit higher. He's just able to diamond it. He diamond it just a little bit, just enough to get the run. The run was not all that big that time. Right now, Fisher holding it 2/10. Was that the last gasp Mike Hauser has? Don't think it's the last. Now, there's still plenty of fight left in that 43. Leave him alone. Peyton Boyle right now dropping back, however, 7/10, and it might be all she wrote for the 3. Just not able to get his nose. There he goes. He's got it. Hauser to the bottom for the lead for the first time tonight. The reigning Cup champion dabs it to the bottom of Elijah Fisher. Roles are reversed. Now we're going to see, can Fisher use the high lane like Hauser did? He does. Opens it right back up. Don't touch that dial. Fisher way up the racetrack in the wall. Doesn't hurt him too bad, but Hauser's going to be side by side. Seven to go, going to be 6 next time by. Hauser dives it to the bottom again. Fisher's using that high lane. He cannot replicate what he just did in turn 3 again. Now the rolls are reversed. Fisher down to the bottom, trying to break the draft ever so slightly. Might not able to get the run that time. Battle rages on further back for the 5th spot. 4th spot, actually. Hauser, I mean, I'm just interested in another big run for Hauser. Hauser this time to the bottom, dives it even deeper. But still, not able to get the run. Oh, Fisher off the wall. Bobby Holloman trying to make his presence known in this, and he's not for position. If I was Bobby, I'd stay out of this. That'd be my only suggestion. Do not mess up these two. 3 to go. 4 to go. And I think it did. I don't think Mike was able to get to the bottom like he wanted because the 48 was there. Mike's going to get another big run. Oh, Hayden Williams off the wall further back. You saw it right in the background. I know that 48's probably got the faster tires. I ain't too sure. I mean, he's going to get his lap back. Three to go. Hauser is going to run that outside lane again. Going to try to wrap the bottom. Going to try to get another big run. Just cannot complete the pass. You can get right side by side with him, but you cannot complete the pass. Two to go. Time running out. Another run, but not big enough. He's going to have to fool him. He's going to have to. There it is. Nope. Big time wobble out of Fisher. Lap and a half remaining. Going to be another big run, but he will only get one more chance at it. He is going to have to dive it. One to go. The gap, 2/10. Not going to be able to do it this time. Ashley is going to lose time. Hauser is going to get one more shot at it, and he is going to have to dive it. Gonna come up just that short. First win of the year for Elijah Fisher. He'll take it at Las Vegas. Mike Hauser, Peyton Boyle, Daniel Lehman, Cade Kennan will round out the top 5. We'll Was not the dominant car early on, but as you see a lot with Elijah Fisher, the patience game pays off. Was able to get the lead with 30 to go and never look back. Top 5 as they will finish tonight. Mike Hauser, Elijah Fisher, Kappa, and Lizen when it matters the most. Be a Ford 1-2 followed by four Chevrolets. Ford and Chevy top 10. Highest Toyota. You haven't seen them yet. Highest Toyota, Sean Hamilton in 12th. Well, so you can't get away with Elijah Fisher. Elijah Fisher, Garrett Jenkins up here in the broadcast booth. Copy, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Well, welcome back to Victory Lane for the first time in a long time. Walking us through the night for Elijah Fisher. It would appear that patience and survival was the benefactor tonight.
Oh, yeah, dude. Well, right now we're trying to figure out how to line up as a team. We got to work on that next time. Oh, man, that was exactly the plan going in here. I mean, the whole team was focused on just trying to make sure we could survive the night and the chaos and everything and all the wrecks. And I told, Ty Stone later in the race, I said, hey, let's bring it on down pit road, get the fresher tires. And for one of the few times it finally went green and we had some good tires and started with some good track position. So I was able to get around those other cars. And I didn't want that caution with 30-some to go. I really didn't. I felt like that was our best opportunity. I love the fact we did get a battle with Mike there. That was awesome to see. I have to give Mike a huge shout out. He always races me clean, and I have a lot of respect for that guy. I mean, just with the Myrtle Beach kind of last week, in a sense, being able to go with them and now kind of flip it around here. And I'm just happy to have good clean racers like Mike Hauser out there, and Peyton Boyle did a really nice job racing me clean as well. And a lot of these guys in the field did the same thing. But being able to battle it with the next teammate right there and keep it clean, that's what racing's about, and that's the respect that I try to give to everybody every week. And I hate actually how much dirty air was a factor in this one. But we did get some side by side, and I had to learn turn 2 there really quick. So being able to rip the top in 1 and 2 was that came on to me pretty quick, and had to figure that out.
Well, buddy, as for tonight, we talk about dirty air tonight. I'll ask you this. How much with the dirty airs, how much did it chew up the tires throughout the course of the run?
Honestly, I'm going to say ask that question to Mike, because I'm not trying to throw him in there, but I don't know. When I was kind of behind some people, it was kind of there, but I don't know how it affect my pace, because the only times I genuinely wasn't, able to tell what a dirty air run was, you know what I mean? Like I kind of got that lead with 40 something to go from there, and I don't know what happened after that, so to speak, of how that air was. When we were in it, it was pretty tight though, I will tell you that. It probably shredded them.
Well, buddy, I'll ask you this last question before I let you head out of here tonight, because it sounded like you're winded and wore out after what was probably a physical and mental and enduring race. Is there anybody want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Oh, dude, we got to thank the good man upstairs. Um, feel very blessed to be in the opportunity and just to be able to have this kind of a league. Got to give a big shout out to my mom, of course, for watching. Family, everybody who was tuning in to check it out, of course. Big shout out again. I got to praise Mike Hauser again. This guy is awesome to race with, across the team, with him on the team. Great dude. Got a shout out, of course, whole team. Ty Stone was really good with info tonight. Joseph Maddox, awesome job on the P8. Robert and Travis and Matt Sidars they're all just awesome people to be around, and I'm glad to have the support that we do over here at Mad Falcon Motorsports. And this is as much from Daytona as a team win, just being able to give the info when we needed it and where we needed it. And I'm just happy to be able to put this thing in victory lane again.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight. As always, Elijah Fisher, win number 1 in the Inspired Cup Series Season 3. He'll turn his attention to Fontana next week. Appreciate your time, buddy. A hell of a job.
Thank you, Garrett.
Yes, sir. Folks, give me 1 second here. And I will get Mike Hauser up here in the booth. Alright, let's get Mike Hauser up in here. So I'm getting... where's Full House Hauser at? No, there he is. Mike Hauser, a hard-charging and surviving night. A top 10 car to say the least. Walk us through the night for your perspective.
Yeah, I mean, I knew we had speed all day. We had speed to begin with. It's just kind of how some of the cautions would play out, and you know, we would take tires, and some guys wouldn't, and I knew we had top 5 speed. There were just so many wrecks. You know, a lot of guys just not being patient, or you know, not taking the time they need. And I was trying to be patient with as many guys as I could, and I feel like every time you were patient tonight, you were you paid the price for it. You know, you were almost rewarded for pushing it and putting people in bad spots. I didn't want to put anybody in bad spots tonight, but I feel like there were a couple times I did, and but like I said, if you don't and you're patient, you lose spots, and it puts you just deeper into the hornet's nest. So I was a little surprised there with our pace at the end. We had a really quick car. I think I used my stuff up just a little bit too much trying to get by the 10 car and the 3 car. I probably should have tried to pass the 10 on the outside a little bit earlier, but yeah, I was just trying to like kind of not ride, but like just push forward, try to not abuse the tires on the way up to the front. And we got to Elijah, and I felt like we were faster than him, but like I said, with these cars, the dirty air is just so bad. Like I tried to set him up so many times, like arcing the corner, dropping down, late exit to get to his inside, but like when you're the lead car there, you can just wash up in front of the guy on exit if he's on the bottom, or you could just, you know, like aero block him, and you know, he did everything he needed to do. Nothing wrong with what Elijah did. It's the product of these cars at the 1.5 miles. So really stinks that we came that close. I thought we had a shot at it for sure, but like I said, the dirty air in these cars, and I couldn't get it done. So a little bummed about not being able to go 2 in a row. We were so close, but all in all, like I said, a lot of guys had worse nights than me tonight. So P2, definitely a good night for us tonight in our 43 car.
About to say, so of course I've had issues. So while Mike's here, I'm going to go ahead and apologize on part of the broadcast earlier on. Been a rough night for the broadcaster, as much as what it's been for a lot of these drivers, but one of the great new overlays we got, of course, shout out to Collateral Damage Sports Network for hooking me up with the new overlays, getting them sorted out as we speak right now. But what we are able to do with the new overlay package, we were able to look at the top 5 in the points and where they run throughout the race. You and Elijah Fisher will max out P1 and 2 for Henderson, Farmer, and Ty Mosley. It'll be 20th through 22nd. Do you feel like it is critical not only to figure out where your speed is at, which I'm going to tell you, it looks like there's a lot more speed, even more speed out of this season compared to last season, but also how critical is it early to try to build that cushion the best you can, so when we get to the later parts of the season, I wouldn't necessarily say take more risks per se, but try some different things and try some different techniques to try to get a few more wins this season.
Oh, absolutely. It is very critical to try to build that points gap earlier in the season and, kind of try to get these tracks figured out as quickly as you can. And like I said, last 2 years at Vegas, last 2 seasons at Vegas, it didn't really go well for me. And I felt like today we really stepped up. Our whole team did. And we have the speed. I know we do. And I think I'm starting to get these mile and a halves figured out more this year. And I've said it many times before, they don't really suit my driving style with this package, but we're definitely figuring it out and just getting better at it. But yeah, it's absolutely very important to try to get higher in the points earlier, so not only do you have a mulligan in case you have a bad race or something like that, but you also have a little bit of leniency to maybe try a couple of different strategies here and there, or just try a different setup maybe, because we're put into a box with how the cars are set up and what we run. It definitely helps. So like I said, we wanted to survive tonight. We absolutely did. I think that, I don't know if we're gonna have the points lead or not. I know Travis did.
You should. You should. You walked into tonight 119 to Elijah's 97. You should have it. Of course, all my damn overlays are down, excuse my language, so I really ain't been able to keep track of the bonus points and everything. So I do apologize again on that, but just guesstimate. You should have it. It's going to be close if you don't. But Mike Hauser, a hell of a job tonight. Last question I got before I let you head out of here. Anybody want to thank friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you for doing the broadcast as always. I know you said you had some issues tonight, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's for the best that you didn't catch a couple of those moments on camera. But I want to thank. Well, like I said, it wasn't our best product out there tonight. We kind of had some, we got some kinks we got to work out with everybody as a whole in this league. Yeah, thank you for putting on the broadcast. Thank you to all the admins and Elijah for putting the league on. I just want to thank my teammates at Pristine Performance. Like I said, we have the speed. And I know we got the speed. Justin has the speed. Josh has the speed. And they kind of just got caught up in stuff tonight. Justin, unfortunately, just missed a shift from Josh. I think he got caught up with 61. So, but they maximized points the best they could. And like I said, they're great guys. And we're going to keep pushing forward to next week. Shout out to Elijah for the win again. It was super fun racing him, even though we couldn't get it done. And yeah, thank you for any fans watching in the stream. Nick West, Austin, Kenzie, Laz, and the other fans there. So.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight. The reigning Cup Series champion Mike Hauser comes home second tonight from Las Vegas. He'll turn his attention to Fontana, not once but twice, this Friday and next Monday. So, Mike, appreciate your time, buddy. We'll see you in sunny California right up the road.
Yes, sir. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. See if paint and boils available. That'll be dirty is. Paint and Boyle, what a rocket ship you had tonight, buddy. Walk us through the night.
Oh, well, started second. Had a little bit of a spat with the 7 car. Just a little bit of a racing incident. he got pushed out of the apron and ended up wrecking a little bit later by some other people. So unfortunate for him. But yeah, me and the 10 car and my other teammate Miguel, me and Daniel, were running through the field, going really really fast, and felt like we were passing people while they were sitting still. Feel like I ended up leading, if not the most laps, a lot of them, and just at the end there, burnt my right front off, and couldn't keep up with the 16 and the 43. They were really fast all day, but brought out a special gold scheme for All Star Week for the IRL, and thought it was pretty cool. Thought I could get a win. I'll take a podium. It's a good points day.
We talk about good points day, and we talked earlier in the broadcast about you and the night that you had. You entered tonight 20th in the points, out by 22. Now that we are past Daytona, now that we're past the short track ring for right now, is how confident are you that you can build some points towards that cut line? And then if you get there, how critical will it be to build a cushion so if there's another bad night in the office for Paint and Boyle, you got that to fall on? Or are you not just worried about points and just we'll see where we're at regular season's end?
I'm very confident that once we get some of these, well, next week's a road course. We'll see how that goes. But after that, we get some more of these mile and a halves and these regular tracks, not these short tracks. I should be able to get some more finishes like that. The last couple weeks just been caught up in other people's messes and then just not great results because of it. So I feel like tonight was the first night that I really got to show what I was capable of. I mean, in Daytona, I was, up front, and then someone just got a bad push, and I got killed in that race. And then a couple other races, short tracks, you just get caught up in other people's messes with nowhere to go. So we'll see. Once we get further into the season, I'm definitely going to be one that's looking for maybe not the top spot in the chase, but I'll be up there hopefully. And it's definitely going to be a really, really big deal to keep stacking these podiums, top fives, these good runs, because like you said, if you have a bad run and you're right on the bubble, you're going to be, out looking in when it really matters.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight. Last question I got before I let you get out of here. Is there anybody want to thank friends, family, sponsors, etc.? The floor is yours.
I'd like to thank my teammate Daniel Lehman for pushing me to a podium finish. I pushed him to a win in the preseason for trucks, so he pushed me to third place. So I'd like to thank him. I'd like to thank my other teammate Miguel for coming out, having a good run, even though he got caught up in a wreck. And I'd like to thank all my people at Global Motorsports. Global on top.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight. Paint and Boyle comes home third tonight from Las Vegas. He'll turn his attention next week to Fontana. Appreciate your time, buddy. A hell of a job.
All right.
Last but not least, Ty Mosley, Garrett Jenkins up here in broadcast booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, first off, I need a parts list tomorrow.
Whole car. Send the bill to Falcon Motorsports.
The whole car is not completely junk. We can repair that damn.
Whole thing.
Okay. Well, walk us through. We saw it on the replay. We saw the run that you had. Walk us through it for your side of things.
Just got driven through. I mean, everybody from that team, everybody the whole race, driving the same way. I'm giving room. Did it to quite a few of his teammates. But if I do it, nope, we're just not going to give room. It's what everybody on that team does. They talk about, they preach, drive clean, be courteous, and then never, ever do it themselves. It's just part of the game, and guess I got to figure it out, because keep getting on the short end of the stick with that.
Well, after a string of top 10 runs and top 5 runs, that goes back to the Inspire 250. Does tonight kind of hurt the momentum? Came into tonight 17 points to the good. Don't know what it's going to be after the fact. but does a run like tonight, does a run like tonight kind of derail the momentum, or do you feel like for the 2019 they can rebound next week at Fontana?
Shouldn't. We were way faster than the guy that won the race all race long, or at least the race that we fucking had. I mean, I had wheel damage at the end. Car drove terribly. Still, about a tenth off of the guy who won the race by the end of the run. So it's just a matter of, you know, just not getting wrecked, not getting caught up in other people's mistakes, other people's stupid stuff. And, you know, just one thing that I guess I gotta learn is that just drive through the guy in front of you, apparently. There's no courtesy left anymore.
Well, buddy.
Gotta learn that. Feeling good about Indy. I mean, it's just tonight I think we had a great chance to win. I mean, I was pacing myself, still running top 5, but the guys were kind of burning their stuff up. Right as I'm about to get to the lead and kind of be able to coast away with this thing, you know, on the first run of the race, we get a caution number 2. Race turns into a wreck fest for the first half. It's just how most of these races go. You get one green flag run to the end. Really sad Mike couldn't close it out. That would have been great for him. Still gets the points lead for Mike, though, which is good for him. And, yeah, just a terrible night.
Well, buddy.
Terrible etiquette going around. Yeah.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight. Last question I got for let you head out. If you're anybody, is there anybody you do want to thank? Friends, family, sponsors, etc. The floor is yours.
Yeah, I want to thank you for being my team owner, taking the chance on me. You know, I want to thank my mom, my dad for being great parents. I want to thank my friends, you know, for being my friends and stuff. You know, don't have a lot of those in this league. But, you know, I want to thank Robert Wilhoit for the insurance claim. That'll get us some big bucks. You can probably buy a third car now. Hit me again, you know, post-race says, oh, he's in the middle of the track, so I had to hit him. So that should be a penalty based on the rule book, but whatever. Yeah.
Well, buddy, a hell of a job tonight. Nonetheless, hell of a job tonight. Nonetheless, look forward to seeing you in Fontana next week and on Friday. Damn sure don't forget that one.
Yeah, hopefully I can have some fun with Shane Hart. That seems to be the only league that I can have any fun in anymore, so yeah, let's see what happens.
Well, buddy.
All right, adios, my man.
All right, buddy. Have a good one now. Very frustrated Tom Mosley, to say the least. All right. Final results for tonight. Elijah Fisher, Mike Hauser, Peyton Boyle, Daniel Lehman, Kate Cannon, the top 5. And matter of fact, I have an easier way on doing this. I ain't used this joker in a while. Hey, there we go. Is everything reset? Hayden Williams, Tyler Stone, Joseph Maddox, Levi Ramsey, Randy Wood will come home 10th tonight. Trenton Green, Sean Hamilton, Bobby Holloman, Joe White, Justin Greenley, Hernandez, Miguel Carrera, and Scott Corbett, your top 18. Keep on going down through the field. Chris Latta, Josh Anderson, Travis Farmer, Ty Mosley, Paul Chavez, Jason Williams, Matt Siders, Renee, top 25. Colt Ward will come home 26. Ben Milton, 27th. Ryan Hendon, leader, 28th. Robert Wilhoit, Louis Descardis, Ben Kennard, Jackson Hadaway, Stephen Heating Jr., Clayton Davis, Bobby Hadaway will be the top 35. And then rounding out the field, Chase Glover, Carter Schwab did not make the start. Aaron Stant race control for tonight. With that being said, appreciate everybody watching tonight for what was a very eventful night. For what was a very eventful night tonight in Las Vegas. And I'll see everybody Saturday night for the Thunder Series. Until then, take it easy and have a good one.